Good morning, students. Welcome to the new session. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. As we have to start the studies, but we are starting it in a different way in the form of online teaching and studying. The new session 2021. The subject is English literature from the book Reader, class 8th. And the first lesson is a poem. The name of the poem is The Schoolboy. Now I have divided this poem into two parts. The part 1 will be having 3 stanzas and part 2 will be having the last 3 stanzas. This poem is written by William Blake. So let's start with the explanation and the reading. The introduction of the poem, according to the poet, says, The Schoolboy is a poem about a young boy who is at school during the summer. He can't focus in class because he wants so badly to play outside and to enjoy the weather. He feels like a songbird trapped in a cage. Towards the poem's end, the boy wonders how children can grow and thrive if they are not allowed to enjoy the summer. This means that the boy doesn't like going to school and he feels trapped when he is studying or when he is inside the school. And he thinks that studies and going to school will decrease the happiness in his life and will make him a slave. While on the other hand, if he doesn't study, he can enjoy the life and live his life peacefully and happily. So let's come to the first stanza. Stanza number 1. I will read the lines first. It says, I love to rise in a summer morning when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn and the sky lark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company. Now these lines means that the first stanza explaining to us, it's saying that the boy is very happy in a summer morning to see the birds in the sky and to see the sunshine and the clear day. He is happy to see that he is awake and he is with the nature peacefully. The boy likes the morning. He is pleased to see the tree and the birds. The distant sound of the huntsman horn is pleased. He wants to sing with the skylark, the birds. In brief, the nature seems to offer a sweet company to him, and he is happy with the nature around him. This is what the first stanza is explaining to us. Now let's come to the second stanza. The second stanza is coming up with a change. I will read the lines first. But go to the school in a summer morning, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in singing and dismay. Now this morning brings him a bit of unhappiness and it fades away his joy. However, he feels this morning hours pass unhappily because he has to go to school and he has to study. He lives a worrisome life in the school. He is full of tension. He is full of pain while he is studying. And neither the books nor the teacher's lecture interest him. Neither his classmates nor the school fellows make any joy for him. He is full of tension and stress. This morning, when he has to go to school and when he has to finish his classes and studies, it gives him pain and stress. Let's come to the third stanza. Let me read it first. Then at times I dropping sit and spend many an anxious hour. Nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. Now these lines tell us that he is explaining about his childhood. The poet is explaining about the feeling of the boy and his childhood. He feels that the pleasure of the childhood and the enjoyment which a child can do is fading out, is going away from him. The pleasure of childhood is being free and happy like a bird. When you are a child, you should be free of all the worries and stress and tension. You should live like a free bird, flying anywhere you want. But a child is put in the school just as a bird is put in the cage. He feels like going to school and studies makes him like a bird in the cage. So the child is as unhappy as a caged bird. He feels that all his joys, all his happiness, and all his childhood and freedom is being caged, and he has become a slave because of all these worries of studies and life tensions and duties and jobs and the responsibilities of studies which he has to do in life since his childhood, which he should be enjoying. Since his childhood he's starting to have a loads of work and starting to have a pressure building up in his mind to do the studies as a duty and to fulfill his responsibilities. Students, I hope these three stanzas are very clear to you. Now the second part, when we'll come up with it, we'll be studying and understanding the last three stanzas of the poem. Hope you understood these three stanzas of the poem very nicely. In case of any doubts, I'll be taking it up later on. Thank you very much.